So only so many students get the opportunity to actually go to college. And for a chunk of them, they don't find that their classes are practical at all. 55% of undergraduates are reporting that the classes and the subjects that they're learning are not helping them build skills. They are uninterested, therefore they're not paying attention, and thus not building those skills. So yes, this is a big issue if your students are reporting that what you're offering to me is not helping me. So basically, the combination of unfocused students and unhelpful classes leads to a skill gap. That's what the premise is. And 37% of Gen Zers are saying that they didn't learn the skills that they needed for career readiness. Now, this is in a separate survey. So with my content, what I do is help you extract what you need out of college. So here's how you should approach a bad class or an unhelpful class. Number one, find one simple thing that you're interested in within that class and focus on that. Whatever the subject is, figure out what that thing is. I'll give you an example. So I took an art history class. I'm sorry if the professor is listening, but I did not like that class whatsoever. So within each painting, the artist would have a starting point of some sort. Within every art piece that we were looking at, I tried to find it. When I started learning about this thing, I was curious about this. And after that, I was curious about this. And what do you know? Now I know how artists used to paint these amazing things way back when. But because I focused on that one simple thing, it grew slight interest in the other things. So you may learn that your interests compound even slightly in these unhelpful classes. And I didn't realize that process I just outlined translated to everything else that I was doing. So nowadays, right, I do my observations with evidence. What am I seeing in front of me? And how does this lead to this? Now, that's just one example, but you may not realize it, but you're actually building skills in each of these classes, regardless if they're unhelpful subject-wise or not. Now, just like we're doing right now, you should talk these things through with somebody. Go to the career office. You should just say out loud what you're doing in the class and how you actually complete your homework. You know, another voice may be able to hear what you're saying and then interpret for you what you just told them. All that to be said is that you're building skills regardless if you think you are or not. And now I think a lot of students are doing exactly what I think you should do in these situations. Report it. Colleges are not going to get better and offer better courses and better quality courses if you don't say anything. So anytime that you get the floor as a student, as the customer, make your voice known, because that's the only way people are going to make moves to do better. So to all those people who reported, those 55% of undergraduate students, those 37% of Gen Zers, great job and great on you, because people like me would not be making these videos if you didn't say anything. Now, unfortunately, you're giving these universities your money and you're entrusting them with your education. So you're looking to get something out of it. And I think there are some big issues which are leading to these bad classes, a lot of bureaucracy, a lot of red tape, and a lot of procedures that just, don't change. There's so many compounding reasons for this, and I don't fully put it on one particular person or one particular department. I think it's a system-wide issue with higher ed, because this hasn't been reported just recently. This has been a years-long thing where students are saying, I'm not getting what I need out of these classes. Now, I want to help you, the student, sort of take your power back. Like, what should you do? Number one, track your skills. So in the classes that you're actually building practical skills, whatever that may be for your field, you need to track it. If you don't have one, go to the career center at your campus and build a resume. Anytime you take a class, anytime that you get involved on campus, put those skills on that resume. As a matter of fact, use your campus involvement as experience if you don't have any work experience yet. So when it comes to career readiness and people need to see something from you, boom, you already have a full document ready for them to go. And sometimes in life, you're going to have to do certain things that you don't want to do, but it needs to get done. You're going to learn a lot about yourself internally from going through these situations. And you're going to know what you're capable of when your back is against the wall and you're in a very bad situation. The main skill that I'm outlining right now is resilience. How can you persevere even through the worst times? How can you overcome even the worst situations? How can you stay focused even when it's tough to be focused? And I'm telling you, you're going to need to be resilient more than ever nowadays, because it's tough out here. So we need more people like you who are actually going to push through and continue even if times get hard. But number three, one thing you could also do is build relationships in those classes. It's ironic because I had some of the best friendships and developed some of the best friendships in the worst classes. Like, that's why I really connected with people. We even hung out outside of class. They were in the classes that we did not like the most. But the process of reaching out to somebody, asking for help, and even meeting with them casually, this is a skill that you'll need in the workforce. And it's called collaboration. It's when you ask people who have different skills and expertise to help you with some areas that you're lacking in. So this isn't just a skill that you're building in the classroom so that you can socialize and make friends and make light out of a bad situation, but in the workplace, you're going to need to reach out to your teammates and work across teams. So those are three quick things that you can do while you're in these classes. So I mean, this is a big issue. This definitely won't be the last time that I talk about this, but let me know if you're currently in a bad class, what bad class you've ever taken. I mean, I just talked about my art history class, but yeah, let me know what you think about this. And I know the video cards just came up. You saw the subscribe button and you're going to be like, oh, I'm not clicking that. So I'm not even going to